guy like Ragnarok, who hasn't really made his name on the scene. I mean, he's had some decent victories, but he's not like a big guy on the scene these days. He's pretty top up there.
He's still very dangerous,
good
man.
player.
He's top 50 GM on career. He's crazy good. He just hasn't found that way out yet.
Well, it looks like we are going to jump into a PvP here. Actually, Terminator versus Stork, so a bit of a mix-up.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. We did see Terminator recently play in the Hot Six Cup.
Yeah.
And Terminator's up a game as well, which is very surprising because Terminator did not have a very decent run at the Hot Six Cup. He was not playing very well at all. Maybe he's changed it up since then. Maybe this is a bit more of a comfortable environment for him to practice and to just play in, because he did not do well on stage.
Yeah, that's for sure. You know, everybody says these qualifiers, you know, the GSL style, I guess you can call it the SSL style now. They're very stressful. It's very hard to get in here and do well, and to see Terminator up a game, like you could say, is very surprising here. But maybe Stork's feeling the pressure as well.
Maybe, you know, Stork, one of the older players, one of those Brood War, incredibly famous Brood War players, has a huge fan following just from that. Hasn't really found. I mean, he did well in Pro League for a time, but then he kind of, you know, disappeared again. He hasn't really had much success, especially in individual leagues. But down a game to Terminator, not a good start, that's for sure.
Yeah, we're gonna have to see what these two players decide to go into in terms of builds here.
Both of them doing exactly the same thing to a point so far. Yeah. No surprise. I mean, this map, once again, Daybreak, huge map. Going to give you a lot of space, a lot of time, so why not go for the gas? Go for that tech build. And from there, we'll have to wait and see exactly what they're going to go for, but still mirror match until now.
For now, just mirror build.
No fast Nexus, Brennan.
Yeah.
Valdez, sorry.
Valdez,
We're fixing that.
Yeah.
We're fixing that today, buddy.
I'll be glad to do so. The only thing we have seen change here, actually, the only difference really is that Stork scouted a bit faster. So he's going to have less minerals here, but it's not going to be all that different here. Just a slightly faster scout here.
Yeah. We do see that extra gateway for Terminator. So you're going to have a little bit more extra production early on.
Yeah.
But I just don't know what he's going to get out of it, considering how far of the way the rush interest is on this map, how far it is to get to each other's base.
Yeah. It's really hard to put on that pressure. You know, even if you go for that, you know, 3-stock or pretty fast kind of build here into 3 gates, Stork's got a lot of room, like you've been mentioning a lot here. See exactly where that probe heads Terminator.
Okay, so we are going to see that Twilight go down. I wonder if it's going to be DT or we're going to see him go straight into Blink Stalker from here. We do see that Stargate added for Terminator as well. Probably going to be going for the Oracle. I'd be surprised if we did see Phoenix, and it would be very bad for him as well. From there, I kind of feel like this map, you normally in PvP, though I haven't seen a PvP on this map in a long time, you'd probably see it go to like 2-3 bases into that sort of like Immortal, Archon, Zealot sort of style.
Yeah, you would expect, you know, just based on the size. I like the idea here out of Terminator, just one Stargate. He's not really out on the map. He's putting down a Nexus. Try to get those Oracles over to your opponent's base, distract him, keep his units in his base while you get that Nexus up, and just kind of power up here.
Yeah. And there's the Oracle. So, you know, it's going to buy him some time. If he does some economic damage, he's going to kind of try and level the playing field, considering how much he invested in that early Nexus. And we're going to have to wait and see what his follow-up is going to be as well. It's going to be that Robo, which is very, very important because he is going to be up against Blink Stalker.
Yeah, we're going to get just, you know, pretty standard here, 3-gate Blink Stalker out of Stork. Actually, 3 gates actually being put down here. Is going to go 4-gate Blink Stalker here.
All right.
Not messing around. No,
not messing around. We could definitely see an all-in from this. Though it's going to be hard to protect his probe line when he moves out in the map finally, so long as we see Terminator not lose that Oracle early on.
Yeah. Do you see this pylon coming down here in the north, or rather southeast side of the map here for Stork? And he's already moving out on the map. This could be really bad.
This could be very, very bad. The Mothership Core, I believe, is in position there.
Yeah, it's got to be there.
Photon overcharge. He can ignore it for a few shots, so we'll see how much damage gets done.
1, 2, and he's just going to get out of here.
Saves pretty much all his HP. Loses some shield. While this is happening, though, we do see a lot of Stalkers heading towards the natural of Terminator. Terminator still making that first Immortal.
Yeah, needs that Immortal. He does have that sentry there for the force field on the round. A very forward pylon coming up here. Stalkers of Stork want to get fighting here. Terminator, seeing the low amount of Stalkers here, actually wants to fight this.
Ooh.
Puts down that Nexus Cannon and picks off one of the Stalkers here.
Wow.
Pylon is forced to be canceled and with that Immortal out, there's no chance of this working.
Some pretty big mistakes from Stork, and now that we have that Immortal out, granted he did burn that Photon Overcharge pretty early. Still, that's 5 Stalkers, an Immortal, and a Sentry. It's not too bad against what we see from Stork.
Yeah, he's got 9 Stalkers at the moment. He's trying to pump them out as fast as possible. You know, he's got 4 gates, so like you said, this is all in. But he's forced to keep 2 Stalkers back at home, which is going to take away from this pressure here. Does the Oracle go down? No. Gets 2 kills and gets out of there. And in the meantime, Terminator, he's got a second Nexus. So once this push does get held off with these now 2 Immortals here, should be just fine. We'll have to see how this does go down. Nice force field there to actually get that 1 Immortal on the ramp back. Now this forces Terminator into a pretty bad position. Stork is going to try to focus that down here. He actually blinks on top of it. We're going to have to see if this turns out well for him.
I don't know if it does, to be honest. I mean, Stork now trapped in the main base. He can do a little bit of economic damage, but still, this is kind of a really awkward position here.
Oh, yeah. And now the Nexus Cannon in the main.
Oh, yeah.
He's going to blink down here. He does have a lot of Stalkers here, and if he can actually focus down that Immortal, it could be a different story here, but that 3rd Immortal does come out here, doing a ton of damage. He's trying to blink Micro, but it's not enough Stalkers on the ground here for Stork to focus down that 3rd Immortal here.
Some very awkward kind of focus firing there from Stork. You know, he's focusing the Immortal for a second, then changed his mind, then changed it back, and GG.
GG.
Very, very weird game, and Terminator takes out Stork 2-0.
Oh my god.
Ugh.
What a result there.
What a result, but